up, let's get you some big breaking news which is coming in. Well, as we were telling you, Times Now has become the undisputed election channel. In fact, Times Now has won your trust again. Year after year, you have always bestowed your faith in Times Now. So we'd like to thank you, the viewers, for ensuring that, be it Exit Day, where Times Now gave you the most accurate updates as to what can be expected, to the day of results, you trusted Times Now to ensure that you got the fastest updates, the most accurate updates, and also not just that, but also in-depth analysis of what really these results mean. So let me go across to Pranesh Kumar Roy, who's joining us. Pranesh, as a team, we'd like to thank everyone who has bestowed their trust upon us, but people like you and me, from year after year, from Lok Sabha election to Lok Sabha election, have always had the rights to boast about the fact that when it comes to elections, it's always Times Now that India has trusted.
You said it, Meghna. If anybody deserves credit for this, it is our viewers. The trust they've reposed year after year, whether it is the Lok Sabha polls in this case or assembly polls over the years. Whenever it is about elections or hardcore politics, people just tune into Times Now. Period. We are the undisputed election leader, and look, the numbers speak for themselves. People trust us for the kind of analysts that we have, the state-of-the-art technology that we use for number crunching, or the kind of commentary that goes on the channel. And this is not an isolated instance. Now, on exit poll day, there was so much happening, and Times Now began by showing the numbers of Satta market, as was published in various newspapers. That got us huge traction. No other channel even came close. And the same story repeated on result day. From 6 a.m. onwards, people tuned into Times Now. And when the counting actually began at 8 a.m., our numbers surged. This is complete domination, election supremacy, like we've never seen before. And at the cost of repeating myself, Meghna, I want to thank our viewers, the Times Now family as we call them, for the trust, the faith, and the confidence that they give us.
Oh, Pranesh, I'd like to give a shout out to the entire technical team which has ensured that Times Now has been ahead of everyone. For example, look at this state-of-the-art studio that Times Now has managed to get for our viewers, so that you really get a feel and a sense of it all. Of course, all throughout the election day, we had analysts piled up from this end to that end. We had the best voices, the most experienced anchors here on Times Now, who got you an understanding. It's not just about giving out the numbers, but what is the story behind the numbers? That's what Times Now was getting for our viewers, the story and analysis of what really Times Now was there. So we'd like to also give a shout out to all our technical crews for putting together this studio, but of course, all our analysts on the show. Let me in fact go across to JVC Sriram, who's also joining us. JVC, you were with us all throughout exit day as well as counting day and all throughout the week of election, the most important week when it comes to news in all the 5 years. And today, India has shown that people like you have really put us on the mount once again.
Good morning. Thank you so much. It's a real joy and pleasure to know that Times Now has been the number one. And not for nothing, we call Times Now as the India's election news headquarters. It's now India's only election news headquarters.
Absolutely, amen to that. Anand Ranganathan also there. Anand, you played a very important role when it came to Times Now's coverage of news, the way we did news. But you're also someone who has been associated with Times Now for a very long time. Would you say that this election coverage was different from any of the others? If you could talk about the studio, that'd be great. You spent a lot of time here, almost as much as we all did.
Hi, good morning. First of all, heartiest congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Team. It's absolutely remarkable achievement, and I think it's most well-deserved, if I may say so. And of course, there might be a conflict of interest or disclosure. I was also one of the panelists in the election coverage, so whatever I say might be, let's say, if not tinted a little bit. But the fact remains that I thoroughly enjoyed the coverage because it was the most, shall we say, it gave voice to every person who wanted to talk, whether in favor or whether against the government. And I think that was the beauty of the coverage. And if you remember, I think when the momentum kind of shifted around noontime, then all the voices that were, shall we say, pro-opposition, they got their say more than the people who were with the opposition. I think that is the beauty of not only the election, our democracy, that it gives voice to everyone, and especially, I think, the studio, the anchors, and everyone at Times Now. So once again, my heartiest congratulations. Remarkable.
Well, thank you so much, Anand. Do stay on with us. And you're absolutely right, Anand, when you say that one of the things that really set us apart is the fact that the voices, pro-opposition voices, everyone was here. Of course, Manish Tiwari played a big role when he did special shows with Times Now, as well as Salman Khurshid, one of the first ones. He said that he enjoyed the interview that he did with Navika Kumar, saying that it's good to see that you still have old school journalism arrive. Pranesh,